Students and alumni at Winnetonka High School are celebrating today as the Northland School is getting its own home field advantage. Fox 4's John Pepitone is live in the Northland. And John, how is this new facility going to help boost a football team that's undefeated so far this season?
Well, the team is undefeated, but they don't really have a home field advantage, Carrie, because they have to play their home games at North Kansas City High School. And that's been a frustration for people at Winnetonka High School going back 50 years since this high school has been in existence. Fortunately, voters in June approved a big bond issue, and part of that bond issue is $7 million to convert this practice field into an actual stadium that eventually, once we get out of the pandemic and back to normal times, we'll be able to seat 2,500 spectators.
And I assume at this point that some of these high school teams are watching what's happening with the NFL and watching how the virus is spreading. And is that changing the way they're doing anything on their end?
Well, it's a reminder. I talked to the head coach of Winnetonka's undefeated football team, and he said, you know, it is important to keep reminding our kids, even though we've had these policies and procedures in place since the summertime, that all it takes is a lapse in judgment, one careless act, and you could be dealing with a COVID spread situation. And certainly for a team that's undefeated so far this year, they don't want to jeopardize their Cinderella story by getting the virus into their team.
And real quick, John, last question. Who is paying for this new facility?
Well, a bond issue, it was a $155 million bond issue approved by the voters in the North Kansas City School District. Oak Park High School is also going to see some upgrades, but this was voter approved.
All right.